All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We are live here on KENS 5 and the digital sensor. We have a mostly cloudy sky at the moment here in the city, but elsewhere, in the hill country out west, there are clear skies. And then east, a little different. There are a few showers and storms out near LaGrange, Gonzales, out near Houston. And some of that will move in our direction, a lot like the last couple of days where the late afternoon, early evening may feature a couple of downpours in the area. And that's why we're watching the radar closely because, back on Monday and Tuesday, some of those downpours produced a lot of lightning, some isolated flash flooding. Not everywhere saw that. Most places didn't see much rain, but like West Bexar County, western San Antonio towards like Alamo Ranch, saw some pretty good rain earlier this week, and the potential of that is there. It's not going to be everywhere, but we'll have a couple of opportunities at some more isolated, scattered showers later this afternoon. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Join the conversation. It is a mostly cloudy look, but still some sunshine out there this morning. It's 11:41 on our Wednesday morning. But just want to make sure audio is working okay before we get started, and we'll get going. And again, guys, if you have any questions, comment down below, and we can get started on this weather forecast here on KENS 5. My live stream isn't working. I don't know if it is. If you can, guys, I think you guys can hear me. I mean, it looks like audio is working okay. Right now, it's just the live stream on my phone is not exactly setting up perfectly. All right, well, in the meantime, it's a cloudy sky. There it is on radar and on our live cameras. There's the airport. Temperature-wise, we're sitting right around 85 degrees. Same thing, same observation over at Stinson. East wind's at 5, so it's a light wind. And most of those winds are from like the northeast. And despite those northeast winds, it's still pretty humid out there. Tropical air will help fuel a couple of downpours later today. 87 at Del Rio, a degree hotter at Eagle Pass, 88, 87 in Port Lavaca. A little cooler out east towards like Columbus where that rain is currently falling towards like the Houston area. Matter of fact, take a look. There's the rain. Very broad circulation over like East Texas, Western Louisiana, and the Northern Gulf. And that's helping generate, thunder showers, some heavy rain, some cloud cover, and some moderate downpours out near Lake Charles, Houston, north to Conroe, Bryan College Station area. And again, some of that's going to work in our direction later today, so that's why we're keeping a close eye on radar. I would say a lot of us, don't see rain, but by about 3, 4, and 5 o'clock, there will be some hit or miss thunder showers and some downpours in the area. Now with that, temperatures are below average, not bad. Normal's 96, we'll be right around 93, 94, and if you get caught under a downpour, your temperatures will go down even more, probably like 90 to 89. So we're crossing our fingers for hoping that will happen because we always like a nice cool down and temperature not at 100 degrees. We are thankful for that. So here's what it will look like later this afternoon. 2 o'clock, maybe some hit or miss downpours out near the coastal bend like Victoria, Port Lavaca, Bay City, Palacis, Matagorda Bay area, and even towards Houston. So if you're driving down I-10 later today towards Luling, Columbus, Houston, you'll run into at least a couple of downpours, more cloud cover as well. Fast forward through about 6 p.m., some of those hit or miss downpours will be between San Antonio, Gonzales, San Marcos, Pleasanton, Pearsall, and as you can see, a lot of locations not going to see rain today, but that chance is there through at least the evening and maybe even through 9 and 10 p.m. tonight. So at least the chance of rain is still there. Now look at this. This is the main threat for any localized flooding today. It's primarily going to be like between Victoria, Cuero, and then more so towards Houston. So big heads up for any friends or family, or if you're traveling to Houston later today, tonight, that's where the rain will be more abundant in nature. So just keep a close eye on radar. Have the KENS 5 app in your in your phone. You can always check on radar that way. If not, there's several radar apps out there. But if you're commuting, if you're driving out near Houston today, just know it's going to be a little active on radar. All right, speaking of active, Hurricane Erin continues to race up the eastern seaboard. Good news, it's like 100 miles offshore. Indirect impacts, 15 to 20 foot waves along the Carolina and Virginia coast, pretty much all across the East Coast was pretty much high surf, high wave heights, right? And then like rip current risks were pretty elevated. Good news, this storm will remain away from the U.S. and move farther northeast and east. It's causing some rain out like near northeastern Canada towards like St. John's, for example, Halifax and areas out northeast of the U.S. But the fact is, it's starting to interact with the jet stream. It's interacting with like more upper level winds, faster wind speeds aloft, and also cooler waters in the northern Atlantic. And tropical storms and hurricanes, they need warm, hot water to survive. So this is going to continue to weaken. Now I say that because that's what typically should happen. It's still pretty powerful. It's a high-end Category 1. Winds are at 30 miles per hour. It's moving fast though, 28 mile an hour movement. So that's a fast moving storm. So we're not expecting any intensification. Behind that storm, in the wake of Erin, where it was like north of the Caribbean, is another tropical wave that has a high chance of development. 90% chance it becomes Tropical Storm Fernand. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, so we're going to watch that. That'll be east of the Bahamas. That'll be good news. Probably going to be nearing Bermuda again by this time next week. And then out in the Atlantic, another wave that has a moderate chance of development. That's going to be a big heads up for like the Eastern Caribbean. St. Lucia, the U.S. Virgin Islands towards Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic. So if you have any vacation plans or if your friends or family do, like next Wednesday, next Thursday, this system could be either Tropical Storm Fernand or Gabrielle. It just depends on which one forms first. Likely Gabrielle, Tropical Storm Gabrielle. And depending on what kind of conditions are in the Eastern Caribbean, this could become Hurricane Gabrielle by like the middle to latter half of next week. So tropics are definitely something to watch as we approach the peak of hurricane season in just a couple of weeks. All right, back here at home, it's just going to be a warm day, high temperature of 94. Between 3 and 7 p.m. tonight, there will be some isolated thunder showers around, mostly non-severe, but some lightning is possible and some localized heavy rains possible. Saturday, 95, 96 Sunday. Notice how rain chances like gradually trend downward by next week. Last day of August is next Sunday. September 1st starts on that next Monday, so time's going by fast. And it looks like pretty, seasonal weather into the latter half of the month. Temperatures trending in the upper 90s and some rain chances here and there, but nothing too concerning at the moment. Aside from today and tomorrow and Sunday, just some isolated thunder shower activity, primarily late afternoon, early evening in the forecast. So have a great Friday, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Don't cancel plans on Saturday just for that 30% rain chance. Mostly just spotty activity. Most of us seeing just clouds and sunshine with highs right around 95 degrees.